Right, hello wine-drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and it seems like Valentine's Day is like a month away already. And just get around to the reviews on our Valentine's Day tastings, which has become an annual event. I don't know how I came up with this one, but Chateau D'Yquem on Valentine's? I mean, it just so happens it fell on a Sunday night, and there's not many reasons why I'll work Sunday evening, but Chateau D'Yquem is one of them, and this year I decided to pair it with one of the other great properties, Chateau Climens, located in Barsac, right next door to Sauternes and right next door to Chateau D'Yquem, and this is an all-out Sauternes versus Barsac battle, and let me tell you, the food, what an incredible menu Tony came up with this evening, man. This voodoo coconut curried bacon-wrapped shrimp, wow. Amazing with these sweet wines. Spicy food, great with Sauternes, but so is salty food, so is sweet food. So an incredible pairing dinner as well. You come to this, the jalapeno sea salt popcorn, amazing. That was flowing all night long. All right, we started out with a 47 vintage. How many people have tasted 47 D'Yquem and 47 Climens? On the face of this earth, I could only find one, and that was Michael Broadbent. And he's been around a long time. He may have been around these wines were released as a wine taster. And let me tell you, a great vintage. The 47's known for being very warm and a great vintage for Sauternes. So the 47 Climens, a little bit lighter, as was every vintage of Climens. The D'Yquem had a little shorter fill, but let me tell you, it was close between these two. Well, not on the scorecard at the end of the night. The 1947 Climens got 4 votes for first. The 47 D'Yquem, 1 vote for first and 2 votes for second. But I thought both of these wines showed brilliantly. I was the vote for first for the 47 D'Yquem. I thought this wine had a little more complexity to it, although the Climens had a little more brightness. It just seemed like it had more legs. Some lovely orange blossom fruit, honeyed apricot, some caramel flan notes there. Very bright and focused on the nose, and very rich and decadent on the palate. This wine has a lot of fruit still left, orange, Jolly Rancher candy, really smooth texture, and a long finish. One of the wines of the night. Second place finisher, the 47 D'Yquem, though, to me, just had a little more richness. It had a little bit of that mushroom character that you get from old Sauternes, that earthy character, a honeycomb-like aroma, and just on the tongue, thicker, richer, and equally as long on the finish. The 83s show brilliantly as well. This was a great vintage, but no votes for first. 1 vote for second with the D'Yquem, and I thought the 83 D'Yquem also edged out the Climens, which a little bit of a cocoa note coming out in this 83 Climens, which appeared in all the other wines. Some lovely creme flan characters, apricot, candied orange, really firm hand of acidity in these 83s, though, showing lots of fruit, wonderful freshness, and a long finish. Lovely honeyed notes there, most excellent. The D'Yquem, more of a candied peach, and that honeycomb note there, and that earthy, mushroomy character showing in all of the older D'Yquems here. This wine, very thick and unctuous on the tongue, really rich and creamy texture, that honeyed note, and the minerality in this wine just lasting seemingly forever. Wow, the 88's a great vintage for D'Yquem, and these wines got a couple of votes. Just one vote, like the 83's, a vote for second for the D'Yquem, and the 83 still showing youthful, more of a candied pineapple fruit in the Climens, that cocoa nuance coming out, wonderful structure on the tongue. These wines got a firm hand of acidity, quite youthful, and long finishes in both of them. The D'Yquem, more of a peach marmalade kind of fruits, and like again, a little bit thicker as well on the tongue, very complex, fat and rich, a long layered finish. This wine's got another 50 plus years, most excellent. All right, the 2001s showed why this is such a great vintage in Sauternes and Barsac. Killer, both of them. Hard to pick a favorite, but I had to, so I invented a new rating. Killer Plus. And the D'Yquem 01 wine of the night again. And it got 4 votes for first and 4 votes for second. And our last year's D'Yquem tasting had the same results. This is just a killer vintage for Sauternes. An intoxicating array of flowers, candied tangerine and orange notes, creme caramel, and more. A blockbuster, even better on the second day, both of these wines. The D'Yquem, almost twice as thick as the Climens, though, man. Just incredible balance as well. This is a D'Yquem for the ages. And one of the things I love about Sauternes, it's delicious right now. You don't need to keep it for another 100 years, but you can. You can give it away to your kids, who can give it to their kids. So you could drink it with your grandkids, or they could drink it with their grandkids. Anyways, it's going to last forever. The 2008 showing very young, and I like this vintage a lot. The Climens showing a really exotic cinnamon kind of character to it, that pineapple candy fruit as well, some vanilla bean creme brulee and honeysuckle notes, really juicy on the tongue. These wines are very fresh though also. The 08 D'Yquem I thought edged it out, but still very young for D'Yquem. Even though you can drink Sauternes in their youth, you want to give them a couple of years. Like I said, the 01s starting to drink beautifully right now, but they got decades. The 08s may need a few more years before they're drinking at their peak, but both of these wines most excellent as well. That's what we had to drink at our Chateau D'Yquem Valentine's tasting. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.